Hi, we are Team SwiftStart, and we envision a world where all members of an organization can easily communicate and understand one another, regardless of how new or technically proficient one may be. That's why we created a product that empowers anyone to be able to easily understand code by automatically creating documentation that's written in a non-technical manner. Before I continue, let me give a brief product demonstration. What I have just done is to upload a portion of a GitHub repository onto our web application. By clicking the upload button, I've sent the files over to our backend, which does the following. Firstly, it extracts the contents of the zip file, extracting both the file name and its contents. Then, for each file, we pass it through our proprietary GPT prompt to automatically generate a concise documentation page that's written in a non-technical manner. Each of these documentation pages are generated in a markdown format. Finally, we consolidate each documentation page generated before dynamically creating or updating a Confluence page that is linked to the current user. Once the file is uploaded, not only do we receive an alert in our browser, but we also receive an email notification through the use of Twilio API. As shown from the following Confluence page, we have outputted the consolidated markdown files onto this page that was created less than a minute ago. For those of us who are more tech savvy, we have developed a GitHub application too. By clicking the Sign in with GitHub button, we allow users to log into their GitHub account before allowing them to view their list of GitHub repositories. This eliminates the need for them to download a zip file for every repository they would like to generate a documentation page for. Moving forward, we have numerous product improvements that we plan to develop. Firstly, we hope to continuously improve on reliability and accuracy. We believe that this can be done through a two-pronged approach, fully leveraging the power of GitHub and integrating with more Office productivity tools. Next, we aim to better contextualize the documentation we generate by asking for even more information from our users. For instance, if our end user already has some technical background, it will be more helpful if the documentation we generate contains more technical information too. At the same time, we hope to revamp our user interface so that it becomes even more intuitive to use. Also, we understand that the documentation we generate may still be too wordy for large and complex repositories. Hence, we aim to provide a high-level solutions architecture diagram for each repository uploaded using PlantUML in future. Finally, we aim to provide greater customizability and flexibility for our users by providing support for a large variety of output file types, including HTML. Going back to the problem, my team and I have wasted way too much time trying to understand large and complex code bases, where the bulk of it is often written more than a few months ago. The most common solution is to write well-documented code. However, as developers, we can probably agree that expectations do not always match up with reality. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Far too often, we are operating in time-sensitive work environments which causes good software engineering practices, including the writing of documentation, to be neglected. This problem is further exacerbated when we consider how this impacts roles outside of the software development team. For instance, product managers often have to decide which features to prioritize. However, even more time is often wasted as they struggle to understand the technical complexity of implementing a new feature, resulting in frequent back and forth with the software development team. Ultimately, perfect productivity can only be achieved when a company works as if they are a single entity. While we cannot guarantee perfect productivity just yet, we are on a mission to help organizations worldwide achieve 10x levels of productivity.